Hi students. Now we have entered to definite integrals. So what definite integral specifies? So with the help of integrals, means integration, we found a curve, the equation of the curve. So this definite integral gives a part of the curve and the portion, the area enclosed in between the part of the curve and the x-axis. So this part of the curve, how we get part of the curve represents, so what limits we have provided in between some 2 and 3, how it behaves, in between some a and b, how it behaves. These a and b are taken from the real numbers. Okay, so right, that and all we discuss in this definite integrals. So before going to the exact exercise, so what definite integrals, what the basic concept we have. See, if I have a curve like this one, so this is the curve given. So with respect to x-axis, okay, the area enclosed by the curve, given curve, let it be f of x, and the curve is given by like this, and the boundaries what I provided are this, which are AB. So the values of x, nothing but the coordinates of x I consider as A and B. A acts as initial coordinate, B as final coordinate, right? So the limits. Now, if suppose I consider one more curve, so apart from this, you can consider in another way also. That another way, I have x and y axis already, x and y axis. So if I consider a curve which intersects this particular x-axis, and in that particular instant, even in that instant, it forms an area. So with respect to x-axis, but we can find till this only. So in this particular places, what we do, so even in this particular situation also, we can find the area of the given curve enclosed by the given curve and the x-axis by shifting the x-axis towards the down. So if I am able to shift this x-axis down, so I get this portion, and I can able to find out the area enclosed by this particular curve as A and B are the limits. Okay, so we can rotate the axis, we can shift the axis, so that we can make the value of f of x always lies as a positive, means always lies above the x-axis. So if I want to find in negative, no need, so we can find with the help of this, here the next boundary, and we can join. So in this way also we can find it, right? So if I want to make the area as positive, what I do, if I consider f of x as positive, so if I want to consider f of x as positive, I shift the axis below, okay, so down, right? Otherwise sometimes I may shift the horizon in polar coordinates, right? Nothing but the rotation of x-axis, okay, rotation of coordinate axes. So that also can be followed. Now, so going to our concept, what is there in our book in IISc syllabus, that we discuss. So we have a function f of x which is always positive, say. So I considered positive, that's whatever the figures I am going to consider, those are lies above the x-axis. So I am considering f of x as a positive function. The value of f of x is always positive for the values of x, means whatever the values I give in x, so I feel f of x is always positive. So if I consider a function f of x like that, and say it is a continuous function in interval AB, and I want to find out the area enclosed by this particular curve and x-axis in this interval. So how I am going to find out? So if suppose I take the graph of the given function like this, f of x, and it is continuous in A and B. So if it is continuous, I have to find the area enclosed by this particular curve. Means area enclosed by the curve and the axis, which is nothing but this particular region, right? So now this entire region I am making into some divisions, subdivisions. See, if I make a less number of divisions, I get here 2. If I make 2 divisions, I get 2 parts. If I able to find out this particular area and this area, I can add. But if I take this way, so we get irregular figure, so I cannot find this area. So to avoid these situations, what I am doing, I am breaking into smaller regions. So if I get a smaller region compared to this entire curve, this particular part will be negligible. Only this part, say this one. Okay, so like that I am considering smaller regions. So in that particular case, the tip portions can be negligible. So for that I apply limit. Okay, so now what I am doing, I am breaking the region into some parts, that parts maximum possible. So I say it as infinite parts. So if I make the region into infinite parts, say I made as n parts in the beginning, so I am making that n tending to infinite. So if this n tending to infinite, the width of each division, so if suppose I consider the width of each division as h, so if n becomes infinity, the width of each division decreases, smaller, which can be negligible. So if n tend to infinity, the width of each division tends to 0. So for our derivation, for our convenience, what I am taking the divisions as visible divisions, right? I should be able to find out. So I took this as our divisions, and their respect to x coordinate and y coordinates. So if I consider this as an initial x coordinate and the width as h, so the next one will be a plus h and a plus 2h and a plus 3h and so on. This will be a plus n minus 1 into h, the last one a plus nh. So these are x coordinates, and if I want to find out its respect to y coordinate, which is nothing but the heights, these heights. So if I have a and the function is given as f of x, so its respect to y value is nothing but f of x, means f of a, this represents its respect to y coordinate. So this represents f of a, so which is nothing but this particular length. The next one, what is the next one? This particular portion, which is nothing but f of a plus h. The next f of a plus 2h, f of a plus 3h, and so on. F of a plus nh, and this strip f of a plus n minus 1 into h. So now you see these are looking like rectangles. So area of rectangle. So I converted everything into rectangles, and now I am finding area of rectangle. So I have here many rectangles. So first rectangle area plus second rectangle area plus third rectangle area plus and so on, all the rectangle areas. If I add, I'll get area of the particular portion. So first area of the first rectangular part. Area of the first rectangular part, if I can this as L, so nothing but length. Length is f of a, and its width is nothing but this particular part, which is nothing but width of the strip, width of each subdivision. I consider it as h, so it is as h. The next rectangle, length f of a plus h, so f of a plus h into h, and the next f of a plus 2h into h, f of a plus 3h into h, and so on. The last one, f of a plus nh. Sorry, the last one. If I want to find out this particular area, so I consider this one, I consider from the left. So this is nothing but f of a plus n minus 1 into h into h. So this gives area of first rectangle, second rectangle, third rectangle, fourth, and so on, the last rectangle. If I add these all things, I get area of the portion. given portion, which is nothing but equal to h into f of a plus f of a plus h plus f of a plus 2h plus and so on f of a plus n minus 1 into h. So now I am considering n I made into infinite, means I made infinite strips. So if I make infinite subdivisions, definitely the value of h, width of the h will tends to 0. So now I am going to apply limit for this sum. So if I apply limit for this sum as h tending to 0, so I get area of the given particular region. So the area of given particular region is nothing but equal to limit h tending to 0, h into f of a plus f of a plus h plus f of a plus 2h plus and so on f of a plus n minus 1 into h. So in this case, we call this particular area as definite integral, which is expressed as limit of sum. So definite integral which is expressed as limit of sum, which is represented as integral a to b f of x ds. Represented as integral a to b f of x ds. Now here this a is called lower limit and b is called upper limit. A is called lower limit and b is called upper limit, and this expression is called definite integral as expressed as limit of sum. Limit of sum. Okay, sum of the areas of these small parts combined together. Sum. So in order to say combined together, the areas, sum of the areas of these smaller parts is nothing but equal to area of the entire region. So this way we find out the areas. Okay, so we move on to the exercise. Integral a to b x dx. Integral a to b x dx. So before going to this all, we have to recall what is the sum of first n natural numbers, sigma n. Sum of first n natural numbers, sum of first squares of first n natural numbers, sum of the cubes of first n natural numbers, and if I take it as a GP and it is AP, to solve we have to recall. This is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6, n into n plus 1 by 2 the whole square. Right? These are all formulas. If I want to consider till n minus 1, so if I want to consider till n minus 1, this becomes like n minus 1 into n minus 1 plus 1 is nothing but n by 2. So this n minus 1 into n minus 1 plus 1 as n, 2 into n minus 1, which is nothing but 2n minus 2, 2n minus 2 plus 2, 2n minus 1 whole divided by 6. So this particular thing is nothing but n minus 1 into n by 2 the whole square. So for what expressions we got this one? These expressions are nothing but sum of first n minus 1 natural numbers, sum of squares of first n minus 1 natural numbers, sum of cubes of first n natural numbers. Okay, sorry, first n minus 1 natural numbers. The same way AP, GP also, in place of n, if I substitute n minus 1, we get the sum. Okay, now the given question, integral a to b x dx. Integral a to b x dx. Okay, so now I am expressing this as sum of limit. Now given function f of x is x and the lower limit a is a only, upper limit b is b only, and the value of n into h. What does n into h mean? So what does n into h mean? See, I have this function and from the beginning to end, this is a and this is b. So if I want to find this particular length, which is nothing but b minus a, so how we get b minus a? The x coordinate is a and the next x coordinate is b. I want this particular part, which is nothing but total minus this, so b minus c. Now effectively this b minus c represents how many strips I made. I made n strips into width of each strip is h. So b minus a will be equal to n into h. So nh we replace as b minus a. Okay. And now I started evaluating f of a. F of a is a. F of a plus h is a plus h. F of a plus 2h is a plus 2h, and so on and so on. F of a plus n minus 1 into h. See, I am finding all subdivision areas, right? So f of a plus h, f of a plus 2h, and so on, f of a plus n minus 1 into h. So last strip, its length. Okay, f of a plus n minus 1 into h, which is nothing but a plus n minus 1 into h only. A plus n minus 1 into h only. Now integral a to b x dx is nothing but equal to limit h tending to 0 h into a plus h plus a plus 2h plus a plus 3h plus, and so on, a plus n minus 1 into h. So this can be simplified as h into how many a's we have? N a's. So I can write it as na. Okay, starting one is a, and the last one also had a. So how many a's we get? Na. But the h, starting a h is h only, and the last one is n minus 1 h. So how many h's are there? N minus 1 h's are there, right? N minus 1 h's are. See, h I have, next term contains 2 h's. So sum of n minus 1 h. What? Sum of n minus 1 h means if I take h common, I get here 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, and so on, n minus 1. So what I got? N 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, and so on, n minus 1. This gives sum of first n minus 1 natural numbers. Sum of first n minus 1 natural numbers, n minus 1 into n. So we get this as limit h tending to 0 h into n into a plus h into n into n minus 1 by 2. Right. So if I want to evaluate this, integral a to b x dx is equal to limit h tending to 0, start doing multiplication, limit h tending to 0 h into n into a into nh plus h square na h into h. So I have here two pairs, so I distribute this h to the two pairs for this one, which is nothing but n into h. If I send inside, n into h minus h by 2. So now apply, substitute the known values and apply the limit. So we get a into b minus a plus b minus a into b minus a minus 0 is nothing but b minus a by 2. So what I am getting? So I am getting the answer as ab minus a square plus b minus a whole square, which is nothing but b square minus 2ab plus a square by 2. Take LCM, 2ab minus 2a square plus b square minus 2ab plus a square. So plus 2ab minus 2ab gets cancelled. So after getting the answer, what remains? So remains b square plus a square minus 2a square. So which is nothing but b square minus a square. So write it as b square minus a square, denominator 2. So I get the answer, integral a to b x dx as b square minus a square by 2. So in this particular case, we won't get any c. We won't get any c also. any constant. Okay, next question. Integral 3 to 5 2 minus x dx. Integral 3 to 5 2 minus x dx. 3 to 5 2 minus x dx. This is the question what they give. So first write the variables what we have. F of x is 2 minus x, a is 3 and b is 5. A is 3 and b is 5. And nh is nothing but b minus a. So b value 5 minus 3 2. nh is 2. Now find y coordinates, which are nothing but f of a plus h to solve. So f of a is equal to a value 2 na, a value 3. What's the value of a? 3. So find first f of 3. 2 minus 3 1. Sorry, 2 minus 3 minus 1. Next f of 3 plus h. So we get 2 minus of 3 plus h. So I get minus 1 minus h. Right? What I am getting? Minus 1 minus h. Next f of 3 plus 2h. What? 3 plus 2h? F of a plus h, a plus 2h, a plus 3h. That's what we are continuing. 2 minus of 3 plus 2h. So I get 2 minus 3 as minus 1 minus 2h and so on. So I found till this, the last one, which is nothing but a plus n minus 1 into h, which is nothing but equal to 2 minus n minus 1, 2 minus, first in place of h I have to substitute 3 plus n minus 1 h1, 3 plus n minus 1 into h, which is equal to 2 minus 3 minus 1 minus n minus 1 into h. Okay, now we will evaluate integral 3 to 5 2 minus x dx, which is equal to limit h tending to 0 h into f of a. F of a means f of 3, which is minus 1 plus f of a plus h. See, I got everything minus only, so plus into minus will be minus. So I get minus of 1 minus h. Next minus 1 minus 2h. Next and so on. The last I get minus 1 minus n minus 1 into h. So everything has a minus, so I can take minus out. So after taking minus out, I get minus limit h tending to 0. I got everything minus, all minus I got out, so I get minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. How many ones are there? I have n ones. So h into plus n only, because I got minus outside. After that I can take plus h common, so 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on, n minus 1. Right? So you can evaluate this. Minus limit h tending to 0 h into n, nh plus nh into sum of this all. So what do we get? Sum of this. So this is not n, it is h. So h into h square into sum of first n minus 1 natural numbers, which is nothing but n into n minus 1 by 2. So go for simplification. Integral 3 to 5 2 minus x dx is equal to minus limit h tending to 0. The value of nh is 2. So 2 plus h square. Can I give to this 2? For first group 1H, second group 1 more H. So I get NH into NH minus H by 2. So now evaluate minus of 2 plus 2 into 2 minus 0, 2 by 2. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 into minus 4. What is our answer? Our answer is minus 4. Next question. Integral integral 0 to 3 integral 0 to 3 2x square minus 5 dx integral 0 to 3 2x square minus 5 dx. Evaluate integral 0 to 3 2x square minus 5 dx. To 3 2x square minus 5 dx. So the initial steps, the given data f of x as 2x square minus 5, value of a is 0 and b is 3, and we get nh as 3 minus 0 3. What is nh refers? nh refers b minus a. So now f of a, value of a is 0. So f of 0 is minus 5. F of a plus h, so 0 plus h, which is nothing but equal to 2 into 0 plus h whole square minus 5, which is nothing but 2 into h square minus 5. F of 0 plus 2h, which is nothing but 2 into 0 plus 2h is 2h. So again 0 plus, so no need to substitute, go with 2h. 2h the whole square minus 5, so which is nothing but equal to 2 into 4h square minus 5. So there is a reason why I wrote here 4h square. For everything I have a 2, so in every term I get 2 into h square, 2 into something into h square. So I want to take this 2 common. That's the reason why I am not multiplying this. Okay, so one more. Next, f of 0 plus 3h, so I get 2 into 3h the whole square minus 5. See, here also I got 2, and 3 into h square can be written as 9h square minus 5, and so on. So I go to the last step, which is nothing but 0 plus n minus 1 into h, which is nothing but 2 into n minus 1 into h the whole square minus 5. So I get 2 into n minus 1 square into h square minus 5. Now evaluation, so 0 to 5, 0 to 3, 2x square minus 5 dx is equal to limit h tending to 0, h into f of a minus 5 plus 2h square minus 5 plus 2 into 4h square minus 5 plus 3 into 9h square minus 5 plus, and so on, plus 2 into n minus 1 whole square into h square minus 5. So this is what we got. So in this all I have of minus 5 n times. So I have minus 5 n times. So I write it as limit h tending to 0, h into minus 5n. Because minus 5 we have n times, so we can multiply minus 5 by n. Next, then the remaining things all contains 2h square common. So if I take 2h square common, I get here 1, the next 4, the next 9, plus, and so on, plus n minus 1 the whole square. So what we got? n minus 1 the whole square. So this is in the form 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus and so on, n minus 1 whole square, which is nothing but sum of the squares of first n minus 1 natural numbers. Sum of the squares of first n minus 1 natural numbers. Okay, substitute, then I get the answer as limit h tending to 0 h into minus 5n plus 2h square into n into n minus 1 into 2n minus 1 by 6. Okay, I hope you understand that. So instead of n, I have to substitute n minus 1. Actually the formula n into n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6. Right? So we have till n minus 1 only, not till n terms. That's what the formula changes. So now limit h tending to 0, start multiplying, minus 5nh plus 2h cube, and I have here 3 groups. Give the h for each group. So for first group if I give, I get here nh. For second group nh minus h. For third group 2nh minus h whole divided by 6. 2 1s are 2 3s are. So now if I start evaluating the limit, so 10 to 0, h tending to 0, if I substitute, I get minus 5 into nh value is 3 plus 3 into 3 minus 0 3, 2 3s are 6, 6 minus 0 6 whole divided by 3. So I get 3 3 get cancelled, minus 5 3s are 15 plus 6 3s are 18, minus 15 plus 18, so which is nothing but equal to 3. The answer of given integral is plus 3. Okay, after this write down next question. Integral 1 to 4 3x square plus 2x dx. 1 to 4 3x square plus 2x dx. The given function f of x is equal to 3x square plus 2x. The values a is 1, b is 4, nh is 4 minus 1, 3. So these are the values what they have given. So we start evaluating with the f of a. So what is f of 1? Because in place of a I have 1, right? F of 1 is equal to 3 into 1 plus 2 into 1, which is nothing but 5. F of 1 plus h is equal to 3 into 1 plus h whole square plus 2 into 1 plus h, which is nothing but 3 into 1 plus h square plus 2h plus 2 plus 2h is equal to 3 plus 2 5, 3h square plus 3 2s are 6, 6h plus 2h 8h. Okay, next f of 1 plus 2h, which is nothing but 3 into 1 plus 2h whole square plus 2 into 1 plus 2h. Okay, now 3 into 1 plus 4h square plus 4h plus 2 plus 4h. Now 3 into 1 3, 3 plus 2 5 plus 3 4s are 12 h square. Next 3 4s are 12, 12 plus 4 16 h. Next f of 1 plus 3h, which is nothing but 3 into 1 plus 3h the whole square plus 2 into 1 plus 3h. Next 3 into 1 plus 9h square plus 6h square plus b square plus 2ab plus 2 plus 6h. Now 3 plus 2 5, plus 3 9s are 27 h square 27 h square plus 3 6 are 18 plus 6 24 h. Yes or no? 18 plus 6 24. Next, and so on f of 1 plus n minus 1 into h, which is equal to 3 into 1 plus n minus 1 into h the whole square plus 2 into 1 plus n minus 1 into h. If you simplify, 3 into 1 plus n minus 1 the whole square into h square, n minus 1 the whole square into h square plus 2 into n minus 1 into h plus 2 plus 2 into n minus 1 into h. Okay, now if I simplify, 3 plus 2 5 plus 3 into n minus 1 whole square into h square plus 3 2s are 6 plus 2 8, so 8 into n minus 1 h. So by seeing this and all, what do you understand? So in all we have a 5 common. Next, 3 into square of particular number into h square. So everywhere I can take 3 common in this h square. 3 into 1 into h square, 3 into 4 into h square, 3 into 9h square. So by seeing this, we can write it as 3 into sum of the squares of n minus 1 natural numbers. And the next, 8, 16, 24, and I have 8 into n minus 1. So these are all the last terms all or 8 multiples. So I can take 8 common. If I take 8 common, I get 1h, 2h, 3h, and so on, n minus 1 into h. So which is nothing but sum of first n minus 1 natural numbers. So I can use that. So let me use it. F of 1 is 5. Integral 1 to 4 3x square plus 2x dx is equal to limit h tending to 0 h into f of 1 is 5, f of 1 plus h is 5 plus 3h square plus 8h, f of 1 plus 2h 5 plus 12h square plus 16h plus, and so on. The last one, f of 1 plus n minus 1 into h, 1 plus n minus 1 into h, which is nothing but, and so on, plus 5 plus 3 into n minus 1 whole square into h square plus 8 into n minus 1 into h. So take the possibility of common and simplify. Limit h tending to 0 h into how many 5's we can see? We can see n 5's. So I can write it as 5n plus 3h square can be taken common. So get 1 here and here 4 and next 9 and next what we are getting, and so on, plus n minus 1 whole square. Next 8h 16h. So I take 8h common, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on, n minus 1, n minus 1. Now start simplifying. Still we have to simplify. Limit h tending to 0 5 into n into h, 5nh plus 3h cube into n minus 1 into 2n minus 1 whole divided by 6. Right? This is the sum of the squares of first n minus 1 natural numbers plus 8h into sum of first n natural numbers n into n minus 1 by 2, and we have to multiply this one. So h into 8h, which is nothing but 8h square, right? Now 3 ones, 3 twos, 2 ones, 2 fours. Still we get it as limit h tending to 0 5nh plus 3 into h cube you give into this all. 3 groups are there, each group 1h. So I get nh into nh minus h 2nh minus h whole divided by, solve the 3 got cancelled, no need to write this 3 by 2 plus 4 into, I have h square, I have 2 groups, distribute to the two groups, nh into nh minus h. So now substitute the value and evaluate the limit. So nh value 3, 5 3s are 15 plus 3 into 3 minus 0 again 3, 6 minus 0 6 by 2 plus 4 into 3, 3 minus 0 3, 2 ones are 2, 3s are. So what is our answer? 15 plus 27 plus 36, add 15 plus 27, 37, 42, 42 plus 36, 72, 78. So our answer, what we got? 78. Next question. We got the answer as 78. Okay. So move on to the next question. Integral minus 1 to 2 e to the power 3x minus 1 to 2 e to the power 3x plus 7x minus 5. As the limit of sum. As the limit of sum. Integral minus 1 to 2 e to the power integral minus 1 to 2 e to the power 3x plus 7x minus 5 dx. The given function f of x is e to the power 3x plus 7x minus 5. A is minus 1, b is 2. So nh will be 2 minus of minus 1, 3. So nh is 3. So evaluation, f of minus 1 equal to e power minus 3 minus 7 minus 5, which is equal to e power minus 3 minus 12. Next, f of minus 1 plus h, which is nothing but e power 3 into minus 1 plus h, 7 into minus 1 plus h minus 5. Simplify this, what we can get? So we get it as e power minus 3 plus 3h. So I can write it as e power minus 3 into e power 3h, because a power m plus n can be written as a power m into a power n. Next, minus 7 into minus 1. Once again, this is plus 7, no? Plus 7. 7 into minus 1, minus 7. Minus 7, minus 5, minus 12. Next, 7 into h, 7h. F of minus 1 plus 2h equal to e power 3 into minus 1 plus 2h, 7 into minus 1 plus 2h minus 5. So again same rule, e power minus 3 into e power 3 2s are 6, 6h. So minus 7 minus 5 minus 12, 7 2s are 14. So I get here 14h, and so on and so on. F of the last one, minus 1 plus n minus 1 into h equal to e power 3 into minus 1 plus n minus 1 into h plus 7 into minus 1 plus n minus 1 into h minus 5. So for the simplification we get e power minus 3 into e power 3 into n minus 1 into h minus 7 minus 5 minus 12 plus 7 into n minus 1 into h. So let us simplify. Now we have to substitute in the formula. So integral minus 1 to 2 e to the power 3x plus 7x minus 5 dx is equal to limit integral minus 1 to 2 e power 3x plus 7x minus 5 dx, which is equal to limit h tending to 0 h into f of minus 1 is e power minus 3 minus 12 plus f of minus 1 plus h is nothing but e power minus 3 into e power 3h minus 12 plus 7h plus minus 1 plus 2h is e power minus 3 into e power 6h minus 12 plus 14h plus and so on plus e power minus 1 plus n minus 1 into h is nothing but e power minus 3 into e power n minus 1 into h. Have a 3 also, no? E power 3 into n minus 1 into h minus 12 plus 7 into n minus 1 into h. So this one final simplification we need. So we do it now. Integral minus 1 to 2 e power 3x plus 7x minus 5 dx is equal to limit h tending to 0 h into. See, I have here e power minus 3. Next e power minus 3 into e power 3h, e power minus 3 into e power 6h, and so on. E power minus 3 into e power 3 into n minus 1h. So in this all terms, I have e power minus 3 common. So I can take e power minus 3 common. Then the rest of the things, 1 plus e power 3h plus e power 6h plus e power and so on plus e power 3 into n minus 1 into h. Close. Next, have your minus 12 and so on minus 12. So I got minus n into 12, nothing but minus 12n plus 7h, 14h, and so on. 7 into n minus 1h. So I can write it as 7 into 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on plus n minus 1 into h. So I can take common h. Right? So this is the form what we got. So limit h tending to 0 h into e power 3 common, e power minus 3 common. So next I have 1 plus e power 3h, e power 6h plus and so on, e power 3 into n minus 1h. 3 into n minus 1h. Still, if I want to simplify this, I can simplify like e power minus 3, 1 plus e power 3h plus e power 3h whole square plus and so on plus e power 3h whole power n minus 1. Value of a is 1, ar square plus and so on, ar power n minus 1, nth term. So how many terms I have? N terms. I have n terms. Sum of n terms in GP is nothing but a into r to the power of n minus 1 by r minus 1. So what is a here? The value of a is 1. And what is r? T2 by T1, 3 e power 3h by 1, which is nothing but e power 3h. Okay, so I hope you understand. Minus 12n plus 7 into 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on, n minus 1 into h. N minus 1 into h is nothing but sum of n minus 1 natural numbers. So n into n minus 1 by 2. Close the bracket. So now application, simplifying and substitutions. Substitute the formulas now. Limit h tending to 0, h into e power minus 3 into a 1. So 1 into r power 3 power 2h, sorry, e power 3h whole power n minus 1 by r minus 1, e power 3h minus 1. Close. Okay. Next, minus 12n plus 7 into, there we have h no, we have h here, 7 into hn into n minus 1 by 2. Close. So send this h inside. So I write limit h tending to 0. So if I want to evaluate these type of things, which are nothing but e power x minus 1 terms, so what I need to do? E power x minus 1 by x as the limit x tending to 0 is 1. So if I have here x, I must have here x. Denominator is in that form. I have here 3h. So what I have to do? Multiply and divide by 3h. It's the next step. So I don't want to write that step. So I included here alone. Okay. So now send inside e power minus 3 into e power 3 into nh. nh value what we got? The value of nh is 3. So e power 3 into 3, 9 minus 1 by limit 1 second. So I'm multiplying this h and evaluating the limit separately. In this particular case around, h into e power minus 3 into e power 3h whole power n, which is nothing but e power 3 into nh. nh value we have a 3. So 3 3s are 9 minus 1 divided by. So for this limit no need to apply. Limit h tending to 0, 3h into e power 3h minus 1 by 3h. Right? H and h gets cancelled. Actually I have to write here limit also, because this h will get cancelled. That reason I used, and I didn't mention here limit. Okay. So I get here h and here h, both will get cancelled. Okay na? Right. So now minus 12 into n into h. 12 into nh value 3 plus 7 into, so this h due to the second group. So first group nh value 3, second group nh value 3. Send in limit h tending to 0, 7 into nh into nh minus h by 2. So this h is an inside, we multiply and we have to apply limit for this one also. In this particular case limit no need because nh value will be equal to 3. I got only constant. So constant, if you apply limit also we get the same number, right? Now this value will be 1. So 1 into 3. So I get e power minus 3 into e power 9 minus 1 by 3 minus 12 3s are 36 plus 7 into 3 into 3 minus 0, 3 by 2. So what is our answer? E power minus 3 in simplification, e power minus 3 into e power 9, e power 6, e power minus 3 into minus 1, minus e power 3 by 3, 36 plus 63 by 2. So 36 had minus sign, so we get minus 9 by 2. Okay.